The wind is picking up. We got storms coming in tomorrow, but I did finish my roof at the end of the video. I'll take you guys over there, show you all the work that I've done. I was just sitting here. I got thinker's block because I'm trying to think of things to do a video on. I ain't coming up with much, but we'll just freestyle it. I can usually pull them off. Those are usually the ones that get the views. I don't know, because this morning sure didn't. I posted it too early, and I had the links. I put the links in the upload default for the dog rescue, and then I've just been taking them out each time I upload a video. Well, I forgot, and YouTube penalized me. They were not showing that video to nobody, and I know what views I get, so I pulled it this morning. I put it up on the Dogman channel. You can still go watch that video because it was a good one. But it's sad that I can't put those links for the dog rescue. Yet people with YouTube channels have their PayPal links and wish lists and all these things, and they don't say nothing about that. I don't ask for those things. I don't even get the donations. They go right to the rescue. And they have been sharing with me people that are donating. If you send them a check or you send a PayPal, they let me know, and I know that people are donating, and I appreciate that, and the dog rescue appreciates it. But we're doing pretty good. The other channel, we're right at about $2,200 raised on the other channel for the dog rescue, so I expect that to double. So I'm hoping maybe I can get up to close to $5,000 for them. That will be nice. If things would have worked out right, I would have been doing the 2 videos on here. They would have got even more, but that's all I can do to come up with a video just for here. But I was thinking earlier, you know, I look out over that mountain across the street, man, I couldn't even tell you how many trees. The whole tree is just covered. Cedars, oaks, pines. Got to be 100,000 of them, just in my view. And if you were to sit in this spot where I'm sitting, well, it would have been in the woods 40 years ago, but 40 years ago, 45 years ago, when they built this cabin, that same mountain of trees was still sitting there looking back at me. Nothing on this road has changed in probably 60, 70 years, other than maybe some houses burning down and maybe a few things going up, but nothing's really changed. Neither has the small town, the county, not much of the state, unless you get up there towards northwest Arkansas and Fayetteville, and that's all transplants. My point is, no matter who the president is, no matter who's in public office, who the mayor of that town is, this remains the same here. Things don't change. Maybe prices are getting a little expensive. Maybe they're cheaper on some things. But for the most part, everything remains the same. My life has pretty much remained the same. Well, that's not true. It was pretty rough when I first got here. But as far as people, nobody bothers me. You know, the same trees are there year after year after year. The weather, you can pretty much bank on the weather, although it's been getting worse. What I'm trying to say is, in the last several years, you just see people that are they seem to have a lot of time on their hands to do all this crybaby stuff that people are doing. People have become more violent. I haven't been in the cities, so I can't really say, you know, I haven't been in a major city in a long time. So I can't really, you know, I would imagine if I were to go to Chicago or somewhere right now, places I've been, cities like that, I would definitely notice how they have changed. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe the news is making these things out to be worse than they are. But from the crime statistics, you know, but you know, a lot of these crime stats that you see from like Chicago and a lot of these major cities, those are from the rough side of town. And yes, it's getting worse. You get into, every city has their bad areas. You get into the good parts of the city, you're not going to see that kind of thing. The police patrol those more. You know, living in Vegas, you go to the Strip, you're not going to see, you might see a few homeless people, but they know if they just step out of line, them police are there. They do not want any riffraff on the Strip, and they don't want any trouble on the Strip. But you go to the other parts of Vegas, you're going to see a lot more. It's totally different, and that's with most big cities. But like out here, you know, nothing really changes. Yes, I've had to deal with people who have lived here a short time that were on drugs, not at my place, but around my surrounding area, who were drug addicts. Had to deal with that several times. It's been quiet the last few years. I think most of them went to jail or moved off or whatever they done. But it exists in these small towns, just like anywhere else. You're going to have it. Sometimes these young people, they just won't move, man, to where the work is. They say they can't get a job, but they're not going anywhere where there is a job. But people just, it could be from people working at home now. Or are they even working? Was the government giving out so much free handouts that so many people are unemployed now? I don't know what it is, but it definitely doesn't affect me a lot. And I just, you know, no matter who the president is, and I don't want to make this all political, but this is what a lot of the stuff you're seeing is because they don't like who's the president. Tough crap. I've had presidents in there I didn't like in the past, and there's, you know what you do about that? You just wait till their term's up. That's about all you can do. You can song and dance all you want, but it isn't going to help. We're just a small little flea in an ocean full of ticks. And one person, you know, don't let that consume your whole life. Being angry over somebody who's in political office, that to me makes no sense. Your life is not changing that much. I can't remember any given time in my life, and I've been through a lot of presidents, where they just got in the office and my life just went to shit. It never happened. And it isn't happening. You know, a lot of this is conjured up. That Don Lemon guy this morning was on the news telling people to go buy a gun and carry it in case ICE comes to their house. What is this? And you hear crazy, these celebrities and senators and congress people telling people all this crazy stuff. How do you think people interpret that? There are idiots out there that are going to go do that. They'll go off, buy it off the street, and they're not buying it legally. He did say, buy it legally. Well, if ICE is coming after them, they're not going to be able to buy it legally. I don't get it. I guess I've clamored on enough, didn't really have a good video. I don't even know what to name this video. Jibber jabber, don't know. But I had to get one up because this morning's failed. I put it up on the Dogman channel. We'll see how it does there. Those people will watch it over there. Anything to do with carnivore or health does not do good on this channel. I don't know why. Does on that channel. I got a lot of carnivore subscribers the last few weeks over there, so we'll see how it does. All right, let's go. I'll show you what I got done over here on my addition. Okay, I don't have a selfie stick or nothing, so I just have to hold you guys up to get the metal roof on there. Now I've got a bigger overhang here because I'm going to put guttering up, so I'm going to be building this out. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I left it long just in case, and I did leave this longer than I did this, just to have a little extra spout there, for the rain to come off. And he shouldn't have cut that short when he put that on. We got all this Eve stuff painted, first coat. I got the door painted. I think it looks sharp black. I got trim around the door. I started trimming that up there, that gap in the corner. That's what happens when your board's too short and you use it anyway. I just filled it in with caulk. Then I'll paint it. You won't even know. But I still got to paint that. Yes, I know those don't line up with them. That is a totally different pattern than this. It wasn't going to line up anyway, and that's all I had left on that sheet. So up here, ignore that silver flashing. That's just for tomorrow, because I ran out of time today. I'm going to put a piece of trim there with green flashing under it. You'll see it when I'm done. But this is a whole lot better than the old roof was. Got that underneath that. You can see it just blends in perfectly with that. Let me get up here a little bit where you might be able to see. But it's going to work out. And then we're going to frame the trim up there. Now I think I pulled in the driveway. I didn't like how this looks from the road. I'm going to put a rail across there. See how it just looks like a wall standing there? I'm going to put another rail going back that way. That'll look good. But I'm ready for the rain now. And that's what we got. You can see I got a hellacious mess to clean up. That's what was on there. All right. Happy trails.